and it highlighted Wendy's struggles with alcohol, including a scene where she downed an entire bottle of vodka. In this filing, the Guardian is asking the court to redact certain portions of the case to protect Wendy's privacy, namely information about her health, familial relationships, and her finances. So there are many people who have been adversely impacted by the reality of dementia in this country and beyond. I remember my grandmother having dementia and how you have a person who's there but not there. So obviously this is a very, very difficult time for the family, for those who love her and care for her, for the friends. And so our positive thoughts and positive prayers and positive vibrations are with her and her family. Sharon?
You feel for her. I've heard people say, and we all have family members who we love, and it's like they're disappearing before us, which is tougher often, at least I've heard it said, than losing someone suddenly. Wendy Williams is someone I encountered early on in my career. She was in Philadelphia at the time. She was mostly good to me, thank goodness. But she's brilliant, and we'll never be able to take that away. I wish those around her, and I'm not referring to the Guardian here, I don't know, were more protective of her, like Bruce Willis's family is. He has aphasia. And they are respectful of his legacy. And I'd like to see that done here with Wendy Williams.
Wendy Williams, once celebrated for her unapologetic opinions and candid commentary, is now going through a challenging period. With her vibrant personality and fearless take on pop culture, Wendy was a dominant force in daytime TV. But her life has taken some unexpected turns. So what happened to the woman who once held the spotlight? And could there be more to her journey, like the rumors swirling about a potential connection with seeing Diddy comes? Let's dive into what's really happening with Wendy's health and explore these rumors.
See a neurologist to find out if I'm crazy?
Oh my God, no, I can't do this. I can't do this. I have to sit down again.
I have no money. And I'm going to tell you something. If it happens to me, it could happen to you.
Did you drink this whole thing today?
Keep it there.
Okay.
Keep it there.
People around who are yes people and allowing this to continue.
This is all too much. No idea where we are. This doesn't look like anything familiar.
I think she's losing memory. Have you guys noticed that?
How dare him? I control me. My life.
Right now, she's weak.
In mind that Wendy and Diddy worked very closely together, but in an interesting way, because in 1993 he started Bad Boy Records, and in 1994 she was working in New York radio. So she was playing a lot of the music, commentating on a lot of the music, and they had an interesting, relationship, kind of like frenemies. Especially in 1998 when she spread rumors that Diddy may be gay, which we've heard plenty of times, and once that news got to him, he actually pulled some strings and got her fired from her job. She claims she received a photo of a man allegedly pulling Diddy's shorts down while he was on vacation in Cancun. Wendy actually was fired from her job before she could even address the photo on air.
Puff got one of the hottest DJs off of Hot 97 because she wanted to put up a picture of him getting his pants pulled down. You understand what I'm saying? Puff had power.
And he still does, which is why so many people are scared of him and scared to tell their stories.
Kirk Burrows, I did an interview with him some months ago, and he told a story about Wendy Williams. She got fired from Hot 97 because she had a picture of Puffy. So if you don't mind, give me the story from your point of view, and what was in the picture?
We were in Cancun. For whatever reason, dude was playing with Puff. He went behind him and grabbed his trunks and pulled them down. Some girls that was taking pictures. They took that picture and emailed it back to Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams said she had him in a compromising position and like it was gay, something like that. She was gonna put it out. Wendy had shown people that email. Puff told Hot 97 if they didn't get rid of her before he got back in New York, that they was not gonna get any music from any of his friends, any of the record labels executives that was cool with him. Everybody was going to boycott their station. We was out in LA for about 3 days before we landed back in New York. Wendy Williams was in the radio station in Philly. She was fired.
Now, in 2013, Wendy did briefly speak about this situation. She said that there is a lot of homophobia in hip hop. So when you bring up
For years, Wendy Williams ruled the talk show scene with The Wendy Williams Show. Her larger-than-life personality, no-holds-barred opinions, and iconic "How you doing?" catchphrase won her millions of fans. She wasn't afraid to speak her mind, even if it meant causing a bit of controversy. But behind the bright lights and headlines, Wendy was silently battling personal challenges that many were unaware of.
Radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now it's all come full circle.
Honestly, kudos to Wendy. I hope she's doing well because she has always stayed true to her, her take. If you don't like it, you don't like it, but she's not going to back down and change things. And she stood up for herself against Diddy.
And yes, it's very effeminized, but be very clear. There were lots of homosexuals in hip hop back in the 80s too. That was what's worse, hip hop wearing skirts or hip hop being closeted and having a plethora of kids to prove manhood that, and denial of something that you shouldn't have to deny, which is your sexuality.
She's definitely talking about Diddy there. I mean, for reference, he has 7 children. But things began to escalate because Diddy then sent a girl group on his label to confront Wendy Williams. She claimed that once upon a time, there was a music mogul who sent all his girl groups to beat her ass in front of the radio station. She said, "I got off the air one day, then them total bitches," I guess that's the group name, were downstairs and everybody upstairs at the radio station was looking down, egging it on, waiting for something to go down. Wendy said her boyfriend at the time prevented anything further from happening.
I remember I got off the air one day and them total bitches were downstairs waiting, and everybody upstairs at the radio station is looking down, egging it on, waiting for something to go down. I wasn't yet married. My knight in shining armor screeched up in his car just out of nowhere. I didn't even know what was about to happen. I'm standing in the door like, what? And
Wendy's court-appointed guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, recently revealed some heartbreaking news. Wendy has been diagnosed with early-onset dementia, a rare and serious condition for someone her age. At 60, she's battling frontotemporal dementia and aphasia, conditions that are impacting her memory, ability to communicate, and her sense of self.
On a softer note. Of course, Ray J took your place. He's making he had his own news network. Didn't you see, give me thoughts when you say, like, Bow Wow say that he is upset or he feels a way that there's no more Diddy parties. He's almost like he's fiending for the Diddy parties. Like, man, it ain't going down like it was.
So let me ask y'all a question right now. Okay. If Bow Wow came into this room without anybody knowing anything he did, and a group of females came into this room, who gonna get the females first, y'all or him?
Definitely Bow Wow.
If they don't know,
yeah, he said they don't know who Bow Wow is.
Who he is.
He's just Shad Moss from up the road. Oh, yeah, we getting that action.
Get the females first.
Yeah, because Bow Wow did walk in this room, but he was Bow Wow. But no, Bow Wow is he have to bat his eyes or something.
We don't bow ass.
Yeah, no shade to Shad. No shade to Shad.
There's no shade.
No shade to Shad, but nigga.
Right. So if you can be a person who can show up you can show up to a place, and everybody here is paid to come in here and do what they do, of course you're gonna miss that.
Yeah, man.
You go into a party and everybody is sex worker?
Wow, man.
You can pull anybody you want, male or female, to the bathroom and get a blowjob.
Yeah.
You're gonna miss that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, then. All right, well, it's a drought then. It's a drought.
And that drought make people crash out. So
it's a drought. What can you give me one celebrity you were surprised to see at a party in a way that you were surprised to see him, male or female? Like, you might have had an idea about him, then you see him like, there ain't no way that this person's doing this with that or doing this like that or whatever.
No.
Okay, yeah, he said, goddamn, I can't do that.
No. Like, after my first year of being working with celebrities, I figured out what it was. I said, oh, so they all like this.
Alcohol,
right?
Huh? Does it always start with alcohol whenever?
No, a lot of them don't even drink.
Oh.
It's just them.
Just come in
bro.
I'm great.
So you got different levels of
But you got horny men, and then you got real horny men. You feel me?
So, what's the craziest?
You know what I'm saying? Because it was Steve Rifkin's house. It wasn't Diddy's house.
Okay.
But all the freak off alleged participants was there. You know what I'm saying? All the alleged undercover home niggas and women were there. You know what I'm saying? So he felt at home to make that move.
Do you feel like Ja Rule was part of that? Do you know personally know Ja Rule?
Yeah, I know Ja.
Do you feel like he on that type of time?
I never seen him do anything for me to say that he's on that type of time.
Okay, got you. Yeah, Ja Rule seemed cool, man. I had him on the show and all that, man. But when that news came out, I'm like, damn, bro. I hope the homie ain't switch sides on us or nothing.
Well, what news?
What's that?
What news are you referring to?
Well, basically, those claims that Gene Deal put out there, man, about them being in the room together.
Oh, come on, when Gene Deal was guarding the freak door.
Exactly.
And Ja cousin tried to come and go in, and he's like, "Nah, nigga, it's the freak door. You can't go in." You heard it say there's some real freaky shit going on there. But just because Ja, Diddy. Because I think they said Ja, Diddy, and 2 chicks was in the room. You know what I'm saying? So that they could have just been, I don't know what they could have been doing, but he didn't insinuate that Diddy and Ja was doing anything. He kind of made it seem like they was in there popping off with some chicks.
Okay.
So I'm not going to try to throw Ja in that mix. Now, if it was all niggas in there, then you know what I'm saying. But for me, I'm gonna give Ja the benefit of the doubt because he said it was. They asked him. I think he named who was in there, but I just can't remember. But I know it was like 2 women. It wasn't a bunch of dudes.
Like the part that's a lot of people are leaving out that it was 2 women in there. It wasn't just them 2 in there.
Yeah.
Doing strange things. You mentioned in one of your interviews that you feel like your career was kind of hindered because you didn't give in to zesty activities.
That's a fact.
Were you being pressured by like higher ups to kind of, do weird things, or why do you feel that way?
Wendy's struggles didn't happen overnight. Back in 2019, reports revealed she was dealing with brain damage caused by alcohol abuse. This condition, resulting from years of heavy drinking, impacted her brain's function. Despite going through rehab in Florida, the damage was irreversible. By 2022, Wendy's mental and financial health had significantly declined, leading to her being placed under guardianship. Her bank, Wells Fargo, also raised concerns about potential financial exploitation, highlighting just how vulnerable Wendy had become.
So you said that Denzel Washington wasn't down with the program, the Diddy program.
Well, no. My friend had to do a number 2, and she was on stage, and he wouldn't let her be relieved, and so she ended up doing it on stage in front of everybody, and it was a wet one, and it went everywhere. It was so nasty, and Denzel was disgusted. He grabbed his wife and was like, "You don't respect nobody," and ran up out of there.
Did you see people react like that a lot, or were most people going with the flow?
It was so much going on. The people that noticed reacted, but it was just so much going on. If you weren't right there in that vicinity, you didn't even know. It was too much going on. But yeah, everybody, and everybody was just walking around zombied out. Like after a certain time, when you would make the announcement, if you don't want, the regular party's over, if you don't want to participate in what goes on after. It's just interesting. I just want to bring up Justin Bieber for a second. Shout out to Justin Bieber, man. I'm a Justin Bieber fan. I want to work with him. Man, I have such empathy for you. You are a strong person, Justin. Shout out to you in your heart. You sing when I hear the pain. Now when I listen to your music, I hear the pain in your voice, Justin. All you wanted to do was sing. Your mother caught you playing your guitar, singing, and thought, let me help my son out. Let me focus on what God, let me nurture this talent. And she thought she was doing the right thing by taking that video to Scooter Braun. And I'm sure Scooter Braun probably thought he was doing the right thing taking to Usher. But Usher, why you do him like that? You need your ass kicked, Usher. Usher, you need your ass kicked. You need to get slapped or something, Usher. You knew what Diddy was gonna do to him. What you get by taking him over there? And then you had the nerve, he signed to you. So you've been making money off him after you get him abused like that? You owe him all his money back. Are you Diddy number 2, 3, 4, Usher? Running around here. I mean, this is ridiculous, y'all. Hey, I'm on a live, y'all. Stop calling me when I'm on a live. That's disrespectful. I'm on live. Stop calling me.
Jaguar Wright is watching. She's in the chat.
Hi, Jaguar. I love you. Oh, I love if I can work with her. She sings so good. When she, hey, tell Fox to stop calling me. Jaguar Wright is on the. Tell him
Purple
to
Rain.
keep calling
Purple Rain.
over. Tell him to stop. He keep calling. He called 5 times. I don't even know what did. Man, he gonna make me talk mess. Tell him to stop. That's ridiculous. Hey, Jaguar.
What's coming out in this documentary. She literally tried to have this documentary pulled from being aired, but the court said, nope, it can definitely go forward. Since then, it's hurt her image, Sabrina Morrissey, I guess, as a guardian. She's done this before. She's also been accused of pursuing baseless guardianships. So this documentary did not make her look the best. But after I reported on that last story, a lot of you did not believe that Wendy Williams was permanently incapacitated. So we did see in the comments section of the Shade Room, Wendy Williams' son, Kevin Hunter Jr., as you saw, the most recent photo that we saw of Wendy Williams was when she was with her son at Dr. Sebi's son's holistic store in Newark, New Jersey. I also let you guys know that the family has been in more communication with Wendy Williams since the documentary. Because remember, at the documentary, they didn't know where she was. They weren't able to call her themselves. They had to wait for her to call them. From what I've heard to close family sources, they are in better communication with Wendy Williams. But Kevin Hunter Jr. in the Shade Room's post on this story just put the emojis, trash emoji, and the head cap emoji, meaning like this is cap, this is not true. And a lot of you have said that this is not true. You believe that this is just Sabrina Morrissey trying to continue to have control over Wendy Williams' life and finances. And one of the things that we learned from the Where is Wendy Williams documentary was that these guardianships, this is why she didn't like the documentary, because it did not make guardianships look good, especially because we learned that guardianships of people that are not related to the person are becoming a very common thing. You saw the movie on Netflix, I Care a Lot. If you did not, it's worth seeing. It's become big business for people that are not family related, that have no true emotional attachment or investment in the person, to be pushed out, which is what we've heard happened to Wendy's sister, Wanda, pushed out in order for these people to take over their lives and their finances. And we hear allegedly that what they end up doing is going through these people's fortune with baseless litigation and all these different things. So we also heard allegedly through court documents that
the story took an unexpected turn when Lifetime released a documentary titled Where is Wendy Williams? Initially intended to celebrate her, the film stirred up controversy instead. Wendy's guardian attempted to block its release, fearing it would reveal private details about her life. On top of that, rumors began to swirl about a possible connection between Wendy and Diddy, who share a complicated history. Wendy had been one of the few to publicly question Diddy's involvement in various scandals during her radio days, adding fuel to the gossip.
According to the U.S. Sun, Creature Films production company, along with its president Mark Ford and the production company Entertainment One, are also suing Williams' guardian. Entertainment One accuses Morrissey of denying Williams, quote, perhaps one of her last chances to exercise her autonomy and honestly reach her fans in exactly the frank and unfiltered manner that was the hallmark of her career. While Creature Films' counterclaim with company deny the documentary raked in anywhere near millions of dollars in profits, they are also seeking any other monetary damages from Morrissey. Earlier this year, Morrissey filed a restraining order I gotta take a pause. So if they sue Sabrina Morrissey and they get anything, could Sabrina Morrissey say, well, this is what any fight that she has with Lifetime, she can definitely bill Wendy or take that money from Wendy. But if they end up winning, could she take the money from Wendy in order to pay them? It's so weird. Ugh. They said they're also seeking any other monetary damages from Morrissey. Earlier this year, Morrissey, as you know, filed a restraining order to stop the special from airing. However, it was overturned by a judge, noting it would be a restraint of the First Amendment. Morrissey then filed an amended complaint in September and moved to federal court from New York Supreme Court in October. This led to the just filed counterclaim against The Guardian. Amid Morrissey's battle with Lifetime A&E and others, she shared a shocking update, as you know, on the current condition of the 60-year-old in a court filing, an acclaimed entertainer who tragically has been afflicted by early onset dementia and as a result has become cognitively impaired and permanently incapacitated. The filing continued in January 2022 after becoming aware of a pattern of disturbing events concerning Williams' welfare and finances. Wells Fargo took the highly unusual step of initiating a guardianship proceeding on its own initiative in the Supreme Court of New York County, the guardianship proceeding, to seek the court appointment of an independent guardian for Wendy's financial affairs. The Guardian's legal team also asked the court that portions of the case be redacted to protect the star's health, familial relationships, and finances. Very convenient, because it would not provide the public with information in regards to, did the Guardian go through all of Wendy's finances already? That's millions and millions of dollars. The filing stated that we respectfully request that the court grant plaintiff's motion for limited redactions to protect non-public information from the guardianship proceeding that has placed under seal by the court overseeing that proceeding. Look, I get why they would want that information under seal, but at this particular point, I don't trust the Guardian. I don't trust that she has Wendy Williams' best interests at heart. It seems as if she really, I honestly believe, even when I first saw that she filed that restraining order to have the documentary stop, I say she doesn't want us to see that she is failing as a guardian. Failing. Guys, as always, I want to know your reaction to this update that A&E Networks has filed their own lawsuit against Wendy Williams' guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, who earlier this week claimed in court documents that the former daytime talk show host was permanently incapacitated.
Wendy's boldness in speaking out against powerful figures in the entertainment world earned her both a loyal fan base and many enemies. Could Diddy have had a role in keeping her quiet during this challenging period in her life? The speculation adds another layer to the mystery surrounding her recent struggles.
Has been at the forefront of some of the most important litigation in the United States. We like the tough cases. We thrive in the complicated cases. Conduct we will describe today occurred over more than 20 years, and we're going to follow this evidence wherever it takes us. We will find the silent accomplices. We will expose the enablers who enabled this conduct behind closed doors. We will pursue this matter, no matter who the evidence implicates.
The entertainment industry is cooked. Can you imagine how many other famous people and big executives are probably involved in this?
These brave victims who have stepped forward deserve nothing less. The biggest secret in the entertainment industry that really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed. The wall of silence has now been broken and victims are coming forward. Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us, people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs. We now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs.
So they said they vetted. That's what cut out right there, but they were vetted. 120 people.
Claims against many other individuals and entities that we will name as defendants as we file these individual cases. We also intend to make these individuals available to the authorities, specifically to the FBI. And you should also know a few of them have already been spoken to by the FBI. That being said, as stated, we are vetting every call that we receive. We have had to turn away some. For each, we ask for corroboration. For each, we ask for the identity of witnesses. We also have collected pictures, videos, texts, we check venues, we check dates. We want to corroborate that the claims being made have legitimacy and merit. We have on staff now a former detective from the Major Offenders Unit of Houston Police Department who is helping us vet each claim. We're using our common sense. We're being stringent because, as I said, these are not easy cases. They're very tough. The process is hard, and in some cases, the process is very lengthy. These cases are hard to prove. Many times, it's the victim's word against the alleged perpetrator. Each of these victims will no doubt be publicly attacked by the alleged perpetrators, and in some cases, the general public. The feckless and cowardly keyboard warriors love to attack. We know what we're up against.
Wait, is there anyone in support of Diddy? Is that a thing? Does Diddy actually have diehard fans that aren't like shitting on him right now? I've literally never seen a single one. Everyone's just like, yeah, this guy's a fucking psycho.
As I said, our law firms have been retained by 120 individuals at this point to pursue cases in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs. It is evenly divided between males and females. There are 60 males and 60 females who have joined us to pursue these claims as plaintiffs. In this group, 62% identify as African American, 30% are white, and the remainder Hispanic or Asian. The victims are from more than 25 states. The majority are from California, New York, Georgia, and Florida.
This guy's a fucking menace.
I don't want to focus on the ages of these victims. When we talk about the ages of the victims when the conduct occurred, it's shocking. Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old.
Okay, I didn't know about that. I thought this, what the I swear in my life I did not know about that part. Oh no.
We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15. 25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs in these cases were minors at the time of the acts complained of.
This guy is a...
Is it kind of like a beard where a woman kind of fronts like a... Yeah.
And vice versa. Like, allegedly, I believe when I first saw Gabrielle Union, right? Allegedly, I believe she was a lesbian. Because I seen her in clubs hanging out with people, and she was with women, right? So when I see her with Dwayne Wade later, I always thought she was gay or lesbian. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen her with women, like hanging out and doing things like that's straight women wouldn't be doing to each other. You know what I'm saying? Damn. So there's a lot of people in the entertainment industry. And then when you look at Dwayne Wade, right? Don't he look real feminine? And what man's going to be sitting there cool with his son becoming a girl?
Exactly.
You have to be like really in tuned with some shit to be sitting there being cool with your little boy wanting to make that type of decision at that age. You can't make that decision in my house at that age. Nigga, you better wait till you about 21 or you can get out and you can make that decision. But you're not living under my roof. To each his own, man. But thank God Trump won. Because now we back to two genders again.
Now, yeah, bro, I definitely been discriminated against in the social media space, man. Like, because I'm not gay. And usually it seems like a lot of those blogs like the Shade Room and a bunch of others I don't even want to name, man. Like, you know, if you're not a gay blogger, they don't really want to repost your videos or any of that, bro.
No, you know, they all if you're the Breakfast Club, they will.
Heterosexual discrimination, they don't talk enough about that right there. People don't even know that.
And it is a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? I went through it at BET. I went throughout the industry, man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas will really...
Let's take a closer look at the facts. Wendy's decline seemed to coincide with her increasing isolation from the public eye. In her final years on The Wendy Williams Show, viewers witnessed strange behavior and frequent unexplained absences, raising questions about what was really going on behind the scenes.
You know what I'm saying? And he was making his way around the deck of the party. Like, I didn't go inside the house. It's like when we came in, we came through the back on the deck. He had a back deck, and then you could go from the back deck, you could go in the house. I was on the back deck with Boogie, Queen Latifah's girl, and we was burning the L. And then Diddy came over with, the booty goons, and he was giving me the saliva look. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how the wolf looking at the steak. You know what I'm saying? And I'm ice grilling him back like, yo, nigga, what the fuck you looking at? Right? And then, then I realized like, oh, this nigga's like hitting on me, like, and he's standing here and he got like 3 to 5 niggas standing there and they all staring at me. Like, they was looking so hard, nigga, I put my head down. Like,
you said this is too intense, bro.
I went and grabbed Hillary. I pulled her outside, and she just thought that shit. She was tickled pink. She thought it was the funniest shit in the world. Like, yo, go get Kim. We out of here. I ain't even go back in. And she went and got Kim. We bounced and we left.
So he must have did that to a lot of dudes, man, and just assumed that all dudes just go for that, man, just in order to just go out and try people like that.
I would think it was my environment. It's the after party. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They probably are used to certain people coming to the exclusive party. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know where we was going. I just knew that he invited us over there, or invited Kim over there, not me, because I was with Kim. You know what I'm saying? And, we just went thinking it's another party. But Um,